Excuse me for a second. What is that? Oh shit. Okay, that's gone. Cat, what have you done again? Just want to stream, man. I just want to do my internet. Forgot to change the headphones again. Excuse me while I do so. Oh. Anyway, should probably switch the camera. Hi, it's me. It's your favorite internet boy. So, what happened? The last broadcast ended a bit abruptly. Should probably look at what I'm doing. Ended because Twitch had some site-wide issues with broadcasters, and so me and the 3 bots that were watching got disconnected somewhere around Tristram, or right after Tristram. So I played a bit more after Tristram, about half an hour much, and that footage is supposedly lost to time like tears and rain. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue off from where that is, and just hope that, you know, not too much of a discrepancy between what you've seen and what has actually transpired. I have no idea if that transition is too loud. Also want to try and see what that cutscene is in the main menu. Sister's Lament. Let's see.
So, Marius, at last I find you.
Tyrael, yes. Yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer. My days at the Rogue Citadel seem so long ago. I I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts, high in the mountains past the eastern gate.
Do you want something?
Oh, I fought sleep for days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return. Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed it. Dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore. Had the evil from my dreams followed me at my heels? How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here? He seemed to have demons of his own that he struggled to contain. And he was losing. As I watched, I became convinced that I was truly mad. The terror, the destruction, the evil I witnessed. How else could I explain them? Were these the demons from my dream, or were they born within the Wanderer? Why did I follow him? I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. And from that moment, we traveled together east. Always into the east.
So yeah, that was that. I think it was supposed to play as we pressed start on the single player. For some reason it didn't. probably because I've played the game before. And just flags it as, oh yes, this is played before. Have the thing. We're level 13. I don't know how much you've skipped, because I personally have forgotten already. But we've got 3 charms. The gear has probably changed ever so slightly. I did watch to up to where the VOD cut off. Darkwood, I suppose. What do we have to do? Braddock Malice in the Monastery Barracks. Beware the smith that guards it. Got how cool chain lightning was. Alright. Suppose this over here is to the Black Marsh, is it not? Yep. We keep pressing the skills thing. What do I want? Put this here. What do we got? Yeah, I've killed some stuff. Been here. Alright. Need to find the waypoint. That's currently my only goal. Except like slowly getting to the monastery, but there's a long way over there. Come on. Okay, we gotta get more potions. Regular ones. Now that I've said that, they're probably never going to drop. You know what we've probably missed since I'm here is the Forgotten Tower. Probably that whole quest is gone, because I think I did that immediately after doing Decade and Tristram. The hole. I've been there before. Didn't think so. I'm gonna have to go in there too. Kill the rares. Didn't want to click that. No use for you. Armor Shrine is better there. Here it is. Just in time, actually. There's another one? Oh, how could I miss you? The game has a weird frame rate that I'm somehow not used to yet. It's got a bit of a stutter to it. I didn't necessarily know how to explain. Keep that potion here. What's the thing? 21. No, currently I think I'm fine. I believe I am very, very okay. God, I love the music in this game. The track I played while the starting screen was up is apparently one of the outtakes for the Tristram theme they had to remake. Then again, why remake something that's objectively perfect in every way? I don't know why I'm so picky about potions. I just think that I've been so used to having an inventory full of so many useless potions that now I'm trying to compensate for it. Might wanna go and repair the sword. It's not a sword, it's an axe actually. Look at these guys! Hello. Yeah, you... I guess I can... Even though I don't want to. Man, she's getting powerful. She's getting real good at it. Spiked club, ring, why? Let's see this spiked club you speak of. Absolutely worthless. Give one to her even though she doesn't need it. Probably put this one here. Actually, I need that one. Dragons are... Hello, shaman. Ooh, a dagger. Do we want a short bow? Didn't think we do. Chipped skull. That also counted as a gem, I believe. Yeah. Look at here. 1 to 6. 6% chance to cast amplified damage on strike. +2 to maximum damage, so it was a 1-4. 46% damage to undead. 61 to attack rating against undead, and poison damage over 2 seconds. Usually that'd be a great dagger, but perhaps. No, it doesn't. Kind of doesn't fit, does it? Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to sell that actually, which is a shame. Doesn't feel good to me. Even though it's probably objectively better for being rare and all. Man, she's dispatching those cunts. Just doing her own thing. I don't know how and why, but she's doing good. What level is she? Level 9. 12. Yeah, she's somewhere always about 2 or 3 levels behind. Not bad. I'm complaining. Another mana shrine. That's weird. Nothing on that entire side. Yeah, this feels strangely empty. Yeah, we're hitting like a truck. There's another level. A whole level 2. I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. That's the most horrible feeling known to man. It's like the feeling of you about to sneeze but not being able to. Angling gas. Yeah.
I can't carry anymore.
Didn't want that anyway. Jawbone caps, I think, are Barbarian exclusive. You need a bit. Hello.
overburdened.
Yes, I think. That's fine. Another one of those. I guess we should probably go home. I see if everything is clear over here. Yeah.
The Order welcomes you.
Right. Go make a deposit. Is this... Okay, so it requires 16. A few more levels till we get to do that.
What you need?
Thank you. I think it's better to use the waypoint. Come on. Let's go get the stamina buff before we go anywhere. I want to put some points into might. Yeah. That may be stupid, but it just feels better. Especially now that I could give it a longer range. So she's like at the edge of the screen before the buff wears out. It's also a good boost. I think it's like 100 or something, or 90%. Okay, no need to go back into the tower. At least I think not. Should be over there. There we go. Gotta love it. That's a good ring. It's like, what is it, 10%? Yeah, 10% chance. But like, the Timor Highlands. Leather armor, club.
I can't carry anymore.
Surely I'm not gonna even touch those, man. Just gonna wait for rare ones. Always feels like you can click somewhere. Hi. Okay, now you're all dying. Yeah, you clean up while I basically pick up the spoils. What is this one? A pit. Monastery gate. What did... What's the pick? Bolts. Yeah, no need for that. Monastery gate. We'll look into that a bit later. I have other things to pursue. Monastery gate. Yeah, it's really confused where to put me right now. It's another one of those, eh? Oh, can't pathfind over the chest that's right next to the coin. Might as well get him stuck. Oh, come on. It's okay, thanks for the fireball. Really nice of you. Yeah, it's coming day. I can see again. Circle of flame. Oh. Oh, how quaint. Well then. I don't know if there's a waypoint. I hope there is. Most zones do. Gotta get those strangling gas potions, man. Come on. Not another one. I'm gonna need a while. I'm not going to need it for a while. Use complete sentences, you fucking moron. Jeez. I've gotten real lazy with speech and all. Another strangling gas. Good. Don't get to use them too often. I'm gonna have, yeah, new level. Active aura increases the attack rating for you and your party. Resist lightning. When active aura reduces the length of time you and your party will remain poisoned or cursed. That's gonna be useful during Duriel. What an idea. It's like an internal snort. And zeal. Yeah, I guess I could take Zeal. Zeal was great. Actually, I probably... What's safe? Okay, because I can't use the first four. One... Like... Yeah. Look at that efficiency. They didn't do the same tint, I suppose. Do I have a shitty potion? No, I don't. Going to the innards. Goddamn dogs. Have the chips go? Doesn't this ring regenerate mana? 1 mana after each kill. Alright. You'll refresh. Alright. pick up those arrows? Yes, I did. Oh, ring. Yep, nothing of interest. Use the miner. Where is it? That's in here. Using sacrifice doesn't feel too bad. Like, not a lot of mana. There might not be a waypoint. It's completely possible. Or maybe there is one. Or maybe not. Why am I doing the restless foot thing? Maybe doing that. This is my thing. There we go. Now we can run free and explore a bit. I'm disappointed. It'll be a shame if there's like one exactly in those like 4 pixels I've missed. Go into the pit. See what that's all about. There's a bit more of the map over there. No, there's no. It's weird geometry. Alright. The pit. That's a loud noise I make. Quick thinking, me. Jesus. That was good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty proud of myself. And how I handled it. I've got a lot less patience. Oh, she's leveled up. Yeah, she's level 11 now. Jeez. It's catching up quick. That double proc. Okay, there's the second floor, but we're already done with this one. I can't really chew it without coming up on the mic. You probably can't hear it too much. Oh, you know. The charm's really going to help him. Let's sell some shit.
Greetings.
Every time I look at that, I just get excited, you know, thinking, oh, it's a Stone of Jordan, but it's not. Just looks the same. I could have asked Deckard. Huh. Jewels are useful. Eventually what you're left with is these slots. Fun, isn't it? Suppose that's fine. We're not running out anytime soon. This is usually what I do. I just hug a wall. Don't run away from me. Who do you think you are? she died from thorns, didn't she? Okay. Where's my belt actually? Ash of Thorns. A simple improvement. Oh nice. Let's check out the club. Fuck it. Wrist blade. And yeah, just the gold, I guess. Nothing too impressive. I can't actually sleep. That's incredible. And those are the ones I threw down. Rackettle. Didn't I have one? Maybe I sold it. Pit level 2. In case you can't read, because apparently I'm one of those broadcasters now. On behead.
I can't carry anymore.
Can do. Necromancer only. It's probably gonna be expensive though. I don't actually need this. Large axe, spear, yeah, not my thing. I'm a shield kind of guy. Picked up something.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, throw it to the fucking trash. Get out! I hate dogs. I've really started hating dogs. Chips up there. Actually need to go out like the regular way. Quickly just go and sell that head.
Hello.
Yes?
7,000 or something? Maybe even less. I don't know, does the grand charm of life really necessary? Could just do that. Free up some space. Keep one. Yeah. That seems fair. I should deposit as well. 43,000 in the bank. Some good savings. When do we get these? 18. Currently only zeal seems to be anything I could really care about. Weird. So Diablo 2 has this talent tree. But it's not a straight up talent tree, it's kind of complex in a way. Because you never feel like you've spent a point where it's gonna matter in like 50 levels. Because probably like when I unlock Fist of the Heavens, I'm not gonna really care about, you know, sacrifice. You kind of have to build your entire character around the idea of like, oh yes, at level 30, when I have access to all of these things, what is going to be important? Like, you need to think of things in advance. Like, I really love fanaticism. Fanaticism is great. You notice that it doesn't even require mana. As far as I know, conversion is pretty cool. Blessed Hammer is really the one. Vengeance is cool. Zeal. Yeah, kind of. Spend another point on Zeal. Zeal is kind of my thing now. Is there out a cloister? Gel level 1 in a cloister. Yeah. So there's no waypoint. The next waypoint we should be looking for is an outer cloister. Go to the gate. What a weird thing to do. Like, you know that people are going to be weird and like, why can't I change the zone? This is weirdly well lit. Outer cloister. Okay. Come on, I'll switch to sec. Can't really do that. The waypoint, there it is. And look at you. Good thing I fucking healed. Jeez. Duck. Just gonna fill my inventory with healing items. Jesus. Come on, lass. Got shit to do. And see how suddenly a change of zone can just increase the damage by a shit ton? That's why I spend a lot of points on dexterity. Just to get that block up to 75%. Yeah. Everything else on vitality, and whenever you need it, you just spend stuff on strength. Barracks. How did I see him? I don't know. I'm just really observant. Don't mind me. I'm over here being really good at video games. That was a loud sound that I've never made before. Hey, we're streaming now. It's all act weird and totally not realistic, because that's what is expected of us. Aha, now you're locked in here with me. Hey, there's the bone mage. The mage bones. Some potions on those fucking buttons. Get out. Jeez. I hate dogs. Diablo 2, stems, No, you've never told me that before. Bleh. It's almost spook month. I pre-ejaculated with the spooky video games onto Twitch. Now you get Diablo 2, but early. Yet a bit early. I have another thing you're gonna like for like the Halloween times. It's gonna be pretty good. I gave a little tease on the Twitter. Pretty happy with it. Hot count longbow, save it. Oh, look at that thing. Druids. Of course it's sounded for druids. Only druids get interesting stuff. What did I get? Lightning damage, I think. No. This you? Did you? I did. It's like very subtle. But I am very sure that it will shock you. And disturb you. Not really. It's just kind of shocking. Now I've become really just proud of myself. Boom! Boom! There we go. Keys. That's what we want. Can't go around a chest. The thing. Yeah, you should go on my Twitter more. I'm a funny guy, right? I got the Teddy seal of Twitter funny approval. I'm officially funny. Half freeze duration. So what? Now my ketchup is gonna be twice as fast to cool in the freezer. I love how sort of non-specific everything is. Like, yeah, I just want big, bold. Oh, you can do this with this. What the fuck is half freeze duration? Who's freeze? Like, if I go down to my refrigerator while this thing is equipped, will I see that things have defrosted suddenly? Or is it the freeze ideal to them? Or am I frozen? Or will this make the Disney motion picture like half the length? What does this do? Thawing. I get that you thaw, but it doesn't have the big brackets that say it does the stuff, right? You gotta be specific. Time of identify. What? What? Just made the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man face. That's a thing I haven't done in a while. The Smith! It is you. You will be spanked thoroughly until you release the magic item which I require. Which you have not. You disappoint me.
This
Alright.
will help the sisters turn the tide against evil.
I wanted to try a thing. I have a sneaking suspicion. No, not that. Where's Diablo in the mixer? Yes! Yes, I've done it! I've been a fool. That's gonna be loud for a second. Yeah, it's gonna be real loud. I'm gonna do it again, just so it can be annoying. I was wondering why, like, the cutscenes are so very, very quiet. And I had, like, this ethereal image in my mind of me just launching the game and just the Blizzard logo being so loud. Like that THX thing you got on the PS2, like, you know, just piercing your mind. And I figured, yeah, I might have lowered that thing directly from the mixer thingy, because I didn't have to use the analog knobby thing that I have now. But probably it still doesn't have an effect on stream. I probably should use it more. Anyway, I said nothing with too many words. You must be very proud of me now. Anyway, we did the quest. Bring it to her. Yeah, that's a bit loud. Yeah.
Oh, thanks so much for returning the Herodric Malice. I will now imbue one of your items with magical powers.
He's gonna hammer me. He's gonna imbue me with magical powers. What does that mean?
See you.
Imbue. No magic. Socketed, rare, unique, or said items. No jewellery. Boom. Baby. You. Oh, you enchantress. I like it when a girl can pan my shield into shape. What does that give me? What mega bonuses do I get? Faster block rate, increased chance of blocking, enhanced defense, +1 to strength, resistances to everything known to man including malaria, and attack it takes damage of 2. Ah! Baby.
Good evening.
Hello,
It
Decade.
is certain that we face the Demon Queen, Andariel, who has corrupted the rogue sisterhood and defiled their ancestral monastery. This does not bode well for us, my friend. Ancient Herodric texts record that Andariel and the other lesser evils once overthrew the 3 prime evils, Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal, banishing them from hell to our world. Here they caused mankind untold anguish and suffering before they were finally bound within the Soul Stones. Andariel's presence here could mean that the forces of hell are once again aligned behind Diablo and his brothers. If this is true, then I fear for us all. You must kill her before the monastery becomes a permanent outpost of hell, and the way east lost forever.
Just love that. Sisters to slaughter. Find Andario's lair in the depths of the monastery catacombs. Poison damage over. I don't know if those stack. I believe they do. Damage to undead against undead. Yeah, not my thing. I want to buy it back. The inefficiency of losing menial amount of digital currency. The anguish. Oof. Yeah, that hurt a bit. Can't tell you how many times I've done that in video games. Oof indeed. Very indeed. Let's see what people have to say.
Oh, I like Geed. He's very funny. He has all sorts of interesting stories from the places he's been. I wish I could see the sights he has. Send Ondario back to the hell she came from.
Aren't you a bit sassy?
May I help you? Andario's demonic forces have taken up residence in the forest as well as the monastery. I won't be venturing out of the camp. So if you need anything, I'll be right here. You're going after Andario? One of my wagon wheels is in need of repair. I'll be under the wagon if I'm needed.
Alright. Thanks for having faith in me. Or whatever that is.
Good evening. To the east are lands of great mystery, and the jewel city of the desert, Lut Gholein. The map makers tell us the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Our way east is a line that runs through Andario's stronghold, the monastery.
Alright.
The Sisterhood welcomes you. In this camp, those of us who have remained true to our order are forced to live among common traders and farm animals. Welcome to our circle of suffering. I can imagine 1,000 different ways to kill Andario. You need only choose one.
Mac.
The wilderness is overrun with evil, and the minions of hell have taken our rightful home. We must purge all evil from the monastery and restore order to the world. Andariel has desecrated all we hold dear. She must not be permitted to serve Diablo. Destroy her. The corruption of our order must be undone.
Where's this a portal to again? Oh, the barrack. Alright, so we're fine. The Boner Mage! Always be scared of the boner mage. His hands glow red with righteous fire. That was probably a circle jerk. 3 of them. All double teaming. It was very lewd of me. Diablo used to be a PG game, then I came into it. I'm just gonna ignore that. I honestly didn't think it would come out that way, but it did. How have you been doing anyway? I haven't seen you in a while. You still doing the things and the stuff? Let me just admire how shitty my jokes are. I'm such a fucking twat. You boy. Oh, you're in WoW. Do you even like WoW anymore? Like, I have a subscription running currently. It's not a subscription, it's like a month of game time, because I have an existential fear of time running out. But then, like, everything I liked about WoW is now time gated or rep gated. Even gear has been turned into, you have this item which has like stats like armor, strength, or agility or intelligence, and secondary stats. The most important number of the entire armor piece is the fucking eye level. Like, who cares? Who cares about min-maxing? Why would you... They removed reforging anyway, but if we still had reforging, why would you fucking care? Like, it might be statistically or logically better, but it's like you measure your self-worth by your item level rather than whatever you're doing with the fucking item. Oh yeah, and don't get me even fucking started on the Azerite items. Hey, you got a new item. Let's have like an item level 370 item be shitty because you don't have enough levels of grind power in your necklace. Go do some island expeditions. Is it me or does that? Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. I was complaining about WoW, clearly.
This is no place for a warrior to die.
That one opened. Not a single spooky skeleton out of the fucking thing? Blasphemy. My hands are full of whatever sawdust they use to cover these peanuts. Feel defiled. I hate the doors. I hate doors so much. Why put doors in your fucking video game? Stims, if you ever put a fucking door in a video game, I'm personally never gonna buy a game from you. I'm just gonna ban doors. Heavy gloves. Let's see what those are. Long staff. Don't mind if I do. Did you wait for me to go inside and then kill him? Thank you. You were level 12 and 14. Peanut. Ah. 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 That wasn't pleasant. I don't know what that was. I think a piece of peanut was stuck down my throat. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, that was disgusting. Look at in there. What is your secret? Who knows? I haven't changed anything on my mixer. It's weird. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit louder. Yeah. I think that's good enough. I already got poison. I need you. Trap, you say? I've got peanut in my everything. I'm kinda hate that now. Wish I could actually see in this fucking video game. That would be nice. Instead of squinting. Like, can't I turn the brightness up on my monitor a bit? Just see a little bit more. No, it's just black. It's just brighter black. Guess that's what we call atmosphere, innit? I'm gonna turn that now. Back to 50 you go. Yeah, the thing is in there. Heavy gloves, stamina potions. Still not the thing. Where the hell am I? Yes, I've successfully poisoned a stone statue. Don't you just love parent classes? What's that? It's a wheel of some sort. Another grand charm. What is it this time? All more lightning damage for daddy. Let's go. Oh shit, it's Westworld. Wait. Almost. Damn it. I had it aligned and now I can't do it again. Maybe that actually has a bit of a double meaning. Like that might be a proper torture device. And they use it in Westworld to sort of symbolize the torture the robots' experience. I mean, they experience far worse things than torture, but I think it was real good. There's like that one tune, which is really synthesizer heavy. I still don't know how to pronounce the name of the composer for the music of Westworld. It's Rajmin Djani? Something like that. It's kind of an exotic name. Or at least I'm led to believe by the sound of it. But there's that one really heavy synthesizer tune that he uses, I believe the first episode and the last episode, or maybe a few times during the entire season, which is real good. I wish I could play it for you, but I think I even have it on Twitter, because I normally just fillet shit whoever I fucking like on Twitter. It's like, oh, I like your thing. Have words of praise written in 140 characters or less. Oh, my back is a bit... looked like a weird circular man now. It's like, hello. I like having shoulders. Like being... No, I can't pull it off now. That's the problem with showing things. You can probably do it only once. Ew. I want a good one. Key, gold. Oh, another grand charm! I love charms. They're just my weakness. Yeah, everything I want. Just full inventory of charms. What a sick. Now I literally do not need that one. I can sell that one off. Another Turbo 10 portal. And I can fill that one up. Get a shit ton more vitality. And spend that on, let's say, Aura of Might. Yeah. All right. Well, now there's near to no music, just some ambience. Very Fallout-esque. I really want to play Fallout, but I've began to find that Fallout 1 particularly is somehow quite boring to me. I haven't tried 2. Supposedly 2 is kind of better. But Fallout 1 is really boring. I don't like it at all. Maybe I've just been preconditioned to think of Fallout as New Vegas. Yeah. Like, the one thing I didn't like with it is that, there's kind of only one route to go. Like, you can approach it at any way. You know, you can go to the military base just by going, west. And you can skip a sizable amount of whatever you're doing. But there's not really much exploration after you've played it once. While in like modern Fallout, as I'd call it, like your character matters a bit more. On Fallout 1 it feels like that one preset character that can like lockpick enough if you press the keybind fast enough to have an infinite amount of retries. I want to do Fallout. I'm probably going to do Fallout one of these days. Probably not soon though. Like, I get in a sort of mood where I'm like, Yeah, I really want to complete a game. Which one though? Which one? And like my brain just basically makes that sound over and over again until I finally decide that, yeah, I think I'm gonna play that one. Because they have this thing. It's like, oh, you must produce the thing, but to a sizable amount of quality. Good. Crossbow. Didn't think she can use a crossbow. I think. I think I'm fine with that. I really want to give 3 a shot. I've always looked at 3 as kind of like, you go to Megaton, you don't want to go out of Megaton, you just stay there and complete quests. Not really caring about much else. I haven't really played Fallout 3 beyond like Megaton's nearest quests. I also have Wasteland 2. I gave it a shot. Didn't like it. And I'll explain why. Something about the visuals and mechanics of it. Like, I understood that it was basically Fallout. You know, the original Fallout tactics. I can get that. But it throws you in a bit deep. Like, it doesn't explain a lot. And there was this clash of, you know, the aesthetic it was trying to achieve. And I think it was probably a budget cut, because I think it was crowdfunded. But the sort of aesthetic coherence of it was very, very bad. Like, I really rarely, you know, criticize a game for, you know, being ugly, because I have a very high tolerance for that. And normally I'm the one person who says it's not about how the game looks, it's about how you do mechanic stuff. Like, I'm usually that guy. But now that game kind of, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me.
Hello.
I think it probably should have been 2D, in my mind, for it to work. The 3D gives, like, 3D is hard, like in the sense of you have to think of things in another dimension. Wow, that's a very insightful comment there, Artie. But as a person who's attempted to make 3D, I know that you can easily make something look really good, you know, by basically flattening it. Like, for instance, Diablo, which is basically the sort of same perspective as Wasteland and Fallout. Fallout 1 as well. It's 3D, but due to the limitations of the time, it was flattened into JPEGs. It was compressed and had an aesthetic about it. Like, nowadays it could be considered retro, but the sort of jagged edges of polygonal 3D don't really mesh well unless they are really over-shaded, like you have 15 processes running on them, or you're not a AAA studio, which I think is both the case for Wasteland 2. I'll probably give it another shot, maybe in a few years, when I, you know, have cleared the bias I have towards it. But up until then, for me it's kind of like fundamentally bad. Though I'm kind of interested in it, because supposedly it's like, hey, it's a continuation of what Fallout was made out of. Idiot. Probably good if you get into it, but I have to sort of spend some thoughts. It's like disbelief, but it's not really disbelief, it's more like, what's a good word for it? Let's ponder upon this for a few seconds while I eat a peanut. I want to say cohesion, but cohesion is... It's not me suspending my cohesion, it's my distaste for the lack of cohesion, for which there is no word. Aestheticism? This is the problem with dabbling in writing. Suddenly you think you know words, but the moment you want to form a sentence longer than like, I like food, is like, okay, what the fuck were you trying to say? It's a weird thing. I didn't care about leather armor. Let's poison the statue, or freeze it, or everything it. What do I really want to play? Like, I've sort of gotten out of my Monster Hunter phase. What do I really want to play? Currently I want to really play this, because I've gotten into it. But what's something that really interests me? I got into Dwarf Fortress, which is hailed as one of the most complex pieces of shit software that you can ever wrap your head around. Turns out, not too hard. Like, on a very base mechanical level, pretty easy. It's just having some sort of tutorial or guide push you through those first like 5 minutes of gameplay. Like the day-to-day stuff. And from now on you can like experiment and find things out. But I'm pretty happy with Dwarf Fortress. I played it for like a day. What really interested me in that was that it had this system while you were generating the world where you could wait a few seconds, and every second or so it would generate a new year, basically. But during that year, It would generate events that would happen, and it would make up a history for your world. So maybe you're not like the first people around, you're like the 15th generation of dwarves that have done this. And you can meet historical entities or people, or like even take part in events that have been pre-generated, and like some of your dwarves have with a ready-made like biography. They're not like, oh, I'm 14 and I'm just, you know, born in this fortress. They're like people who come from like Mountain X, who fought this dragon, but his village was burned, his wife is dead, and, you know, he's taking care of his only child, who just happens to be cursed into being a cat. And his favorite color is red. You know, that sort of description. And every little dwarf that comes by has that, which I find to be immensely entertaining. It's a really cool system that, you know, I don't really know how to interact with directly. It's like, I don't believe that it's a completely, you know, flavor text, you know, system. It's not, as far as I've heard, there is some sort of interaction, but it's probably on the higher echelons, you know, the higher tiers of play. A really nice way to get into Dwarf Fortress is to play RimWorld, if you've heard of that. RimWorld is basically Dwarf Fortress, but made sort of more accessible with these point and click thing, like mouse controls in general, because Dwarf Fortress is mainly played with the keyboard. It does have some mild keyboard integration, mouse integration, but RimWorld really kind of kicked it off. What I didn't like about RimWorld is that it kind of lacked the depth. Like, it didn't have enough systems for me to interact with. At some point, when you've built all the special workshops and you know, done all the research that is available to you in the tree, you basically have nothing to do. And traveling in that game takes a shit ton of time. If you're not close to anything, like I'm talking about like one hexagon away from everything, it takes like years. Like, I've always felt no incentive to actually finish the game. And by the game I mean RimWorld. Because supposedly your end goal is to repair your ship and escape from the RimWorld. But from what I've read, it always generates the site or the spaceship like at the farthest point possible from you. That's still like logical. It doesn't seem very entertaining to me to go for that. Keeping in mind just going to the next settlement over is an incredible feat of strength and will. But I had a sort of immersive moment. I named all the colonists after like classmates of mine, and so one of them I think was sort of older than the other colonists, because every colonist is randomly generated, including age, and some of them have ailments, like debuffs from the start, like old wounds or something like that. And what he basically did is, from old age, he sort of lost some mobility. Like, he became old and something happened to his spine. He was like probably a hernia or something like that. And he lost a bit of mobility, so he was slower and unable to run. At some point he went hunting, so a boar attacked him and he couldn't outrun it, which then injured his leg, which had to be cut off because an infection had taken over it. He was developing necrosis. And then, you know, he was bedridden, and the only proper builder for the colony was him. So everyone else was trying to like piece together the things I'd ordered them to build. And at some point, I think, I had an event pop up that somewhere nearby I could go and buy a prosthetic leg for like about 3,000 credits. I put all the credits I had onto like one guy and sent him over there, which then turned out to be a trap. He was, you know, injured and robbed, and then I sent him back home to travel back home. At which point he didn't really have provisions to do the journey back home. He had like just about enough to get over there, and I'd hoped that I could trade away another few items to get him some food for the way back. And he died of starvation like a day away from like the base. And everybody just became distraught. And like I'd been making a farm for like smoke leaf or something like that, which was used as a so-called social drug. And one of the women who had like a trait that said she had a secret crush on the guy who died suddenly became addicted to smoke leaf. And I was like, this is quite a series of events. And I quite enjoy the idea of that, like immersive story moments that come out of systems. That's mostly what comes out of systems-driven games. I think later the entire colony died because everyone was just depressed. But that's how life goes. That's a cheery thought to end on, right? Fucking beautiful. I could sell that. I really like that. I really like that system. The inner cloister. Maybe she leveled up. There's one on jail level 1. Do you want to go for it? I feel like I wanna. Just to have it all. In case I ever like need to go in there. Which probably will never happen, but still. I want to have a sense of completion. Bone fist. More charm. And she's on steroids. Right. More small charms. Gimme me. I'm level 16, so I can get the other one as well. Where could I have missed it? I feel like I've explored everything. Or maybe not that zone. Okay, now I can go there. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Probably go to the rogue encampment.
Greetings.
Thawing potion. Let's get the other charm. How was it? The gold monsters. Alright. Catacombs level 2. Entering the cathedral. Hello. Stay a while and listen. I used to be able to do that. A dirk. Okay. Feel like that one is objectively better. There's another one. I love how he holds it like backwards. Stab, not thrust. It's a pretty long dirk. Here comes that one. Be there in a minute. Alright, let's go to the catacombs. Catacombs, whatever you pronounce.
Evil here.
There is great evil. But on another level. Probably a shaman. Another amulet. Let us see. Damage reduced by 1 damage. Taking ghost tip. As much as I like the amulet of strength, damage taken to mana. Pretty good. I need mana. Oh, the Ratman. Forgot about you. Artylo. Very cute. Nice amount of gold. Crystal sword. That interests me. Can throw that away.
Thank you.
What is the crystal sword? Requires strength. That is actually useful. Plant some strength into it. Yes, I love mana stealing. I want to put it in my bank, just so it doesn't fill up my things.
Good evening.
What level is she now? 13. 3 levels behind. Isn't bad. Doing stuff at her own pace. Gotta go to level 2. Hello. Half freezer duration. Man after each kill. If you have arachnophobia, please look away. Even though I'm killing them, so it's probably pleasurable for you. Well, I'm not talking very much. Mostly because it's getting late. It's about 2 AM where I am. And my brain is like slowly going into conserve power mode. Rondache. It's a shield. Paladin only. Master block rate, increased chance of blocking and I think it's pretty bad compared to mine. I'm gonna go without the hair tie for a bit. Go all 80s rockstar. Yeah, I still think that's a pretty good shield. Need to find the waypoint. Doors work in mysterious ways in this game. Don't necessarily know what to do with them. God, I just love her. She's doing everything. I can just sit back and reap all the profit. No. Just haven't found the waypoint. There I was about to be excited for the idea that, oh, maybe that's the waypoint. No, it's the way down. Well, I don't care about the way down. That's where the game progresses. But it doesn't give me the portal thingy. Where is this goddamn? God damn it. Where is it? Is it gonna be in the one room I didn't check? And I said that it's probably gonna be there? And I didn't believe myself? And now it's gonna be right in there. Like right in this room that's to the right of me. Okay, it was not. Now we have a big problem. Where the fuck is it actually? What? How? How did I miss you? That was weird. That was horribly, horribly weird. Anyway, we found it. Now we can go attempt to kill Dario. I did it bad. See, I told you I was gonna do it. I wanted to switch to sacrifice. And then I did it again. I need to find like buttons that no game would ever use. Putting stuff into strength just so I can have that weapon. The zeal was great. Yeah, I should probably always have like one stamina potion. I'm getting the hiccups, I think. Or maybe that was a burp. Yeah, it's definitely not hiccups. I don't feel like I want to die. I don't care about durability. I can pay for my durability, thank you very much. I think one of my alerts is still the sound of gold dropping. from this game. Probably my donation alert because I'm simple like that. Is it? Let's go check. I'll also check. It's a message. No, it's not. Notification. Where is it? Dashboard. Your merge door is open. No, it's not. Where is that? Alert box? No. Is it? Is it my alert box? Yes, it is. That's not a real donation, so don't get excited. I wish John gave me 60 fucking euros. Jesus fucking Christ. I'd be a rich man. What does a wrist blade look like? Nah. Okay. Now I have a bit of stuff to do.
I am overburdened.
Hold off. Just once, like, at some point, someone is going to be in this chat and is going to be like, oh, you just threw out the best fucking weapon for your class. Why are you not doing it? Why are you not following a guide or something so you can make this game as optimized as everything? There was a quote I heard one of these days, like, given the opportunity, players will optimize the fun out of the game. It was by a man who's probably smarter than me. And whose name I frankly do not remember. But I heard it somewhere. It's quite true. I know a person who does that. He enjoys the spreadsheeting part of the game more than the game itself. And then it just becomes an exercise in maths rather than enjoyment. Which I also do understand. Like, I might not be a maths person, but I fucking program for fun. Some people consider that work. Feels like that ice pick from Team Fortress, the one you could give to the spy and makes people into icicles. Like that same stabbing motion just gives off the same energy. I love when I look at myself at the camera and I look very deep in thought. And deep inside I know that There ain't no fucking thoughts going into this fucking place. No, sir. But that's a really good first impression to give. Like, oh, he's deep and thoughtful. But little did they know, was as stupid as ever. Even more so. Like, that's a bit too long to be a shiv. That's like, let me hold my broadsword in reverse so I can stab thee. Games level 4. Kill Dario. Yeah, you take care of whatever nasties are there. Go in here and drop off some stuff.
Yes?
Okay. Because I have died to Dario before. Rather be cautious. Repair our stuff as well.
What can I do for you?
My cap still. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright. You could say the important pieces are well off. Okay, the next room is in Daryl. Are you fucking ready? Because you bet you fucking ass I am not. It's level 14. Level 16. It's wreck house. Oh, maybe she's not. Oh yes, she is. Okay, she's dead. There we go. We lost my girlfriend, but you know, shit happens.
My work here is finished.
Yes, it is. Turn to Warv and take the caravan east. Always to the east. I think we can resurrect her. She should be fine. I care not about your silly fire. Okay, amulet, products.
Can't carry anymore.
Oh, that's an actual sapphire. That's good. And that was it. That was Act 1. Go resurrect my loved one.
And Dariel's death brings about renewed life for us all. We mourn the loss of our dear sisters, but at least now we can get on with our lives. I may have misjudged you, Outlander. You are a true hero, and testament to the noble spirit which has inspired our order for generations. Farewell, my friend.
Maybe you're getting expensive on my ass. Don't make me regret it. I need Decade to identify my stuff.
This is a great victory indeed, but many more battles await. I will accompany you on your journey, lending what assistance I can. Remember, Diablo is still out there, seeking something in the desert. I'm afraid that this nightmare will not end until you find what it is that he seeks.
Let's see the new items. We have a Stone Song Broad Axe. Requires strength of 48. This can be a sidearm in case we need more power. Enhanced damage, minimum damage increase, attack rating of 46, damage versus undead, attack rating against undead. That would be cool, but doesn't have fire, lightning, cold, or anything. Just damage to undead, fire resistance, lightning resistance, and maximum damage, which I'm not interested in. Faster cast rate, if you need to snip off someone's balls faster. Lightning resist 8%, fire resist 20%, magic damage reduced by 1/2 freeze duration. That would also be cool if it wasn't fucking worthless. That fire though. That fire is real good. So we'll be keeping the broad axe. Instead of this horrible thing. So I need to get my levels up to 48. Everything else I can pretty much sell. Yeah. Taste the sad truth.
Finally, we may rejoice. We owe you a debt we can never repay. I only hope that in time, we will be able to rebuild our order. All our thanks go with you, my friend.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame, having to sell those. But what can a man do? Talk to Geed.
Let's deal, my friend. I'm gonna party like it's $9.99. And Dariel's demonic forces have taken up residence in the forest as well.
Yeah, we've seen that before.
Good to see you. You'll probably go east now. It was good to know you. I hope you'll come back if you ever need anything.
Girl, if you can enhance one of my other items. I suppose you're not.
Good day.
Talk to Warren.
The caravan is prepared. We may now journey eastward to Lut Gholein.
Let's go east.
We traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him. We traveled for an eternity across that arid wasteland. How long? I couldn't say. And always, a dark cloud seemed to follow us just over the horizon. Finally, the journey ended. We climbed the last bridge. There below us lay our destination. The shining jewel, Lut Gholein, with a great sea beyond. We made camp that last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage, Talrasha. You were there too, Tyrael. I remember seeing you in my dream. His brethren had cornered a great demon, Baal, Lord of Destruction, who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within a tomb, buried under the sand, there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Lut Gholein. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
Good day.
What's not to love? So good. Having watched Lawrence of Arabia recently, I don't know, I just have this admiration for deserts. More of us changed and get up.
Greetings, honored traveler. I am Jaren, Lord of Lut Gholein, and I bid you welcome to my fair port city. I am glad to know that once again, caravans are free to travel through the Western Pass. For some time now, we have been under siege by an evil power that I cannot identify. Strange, it all began when a dark wanderer came this way, looking for the tomb of Talrasha. No one knows exactly where Talrasha, keeper of Baal, is entombed, but it is certain to be far out in the desert. Now my people whisper tales of the dead rising from their tombs, and horrible creatures lurking amongst the moonlit dunes. Even I have witnessed things which I cannot explain. I've ordered the port closed and all trade ships moored until I am sure that my city is safe. Atma, the tavern keeper, has an important mission for you. Go see her immediately. You'll find her on the other side of town. Now I must return to the palace. I apologize, but I can't invite you in. Things are rather a mess right now.
Alright, Jaren.
Things are getting worse by the hour. I know everything looks fine, but trust me, it isn't. For trade in magic.
Sorry.
For trade in magic and the like, see Drognin or Lysander. Drognin is the wisest man I know, without equal in magic and ancient lore. Poor Lysander is nearly deaf, but he's a reliable potion chemist. For travel back west, see Wariv, whom you already know. Our own Farah is a fine and honest armorer, and she can heal wounds as well. Elzix is the innkeeper, and may also have some items to trade. Grays, the mercenary captain I hired to secure the gates of Lut Gholein, keeps order in town as well. There are others here too. I'm sure you'll meet most of them. Just look around.
Well, since it's getting about 3 AM over here, and I'm kind of sleepy. We've been playing this for 6 hours today. 3 hours before the server crash and 3 hours now. I think this is a good place to stop. Yeah, that actually worked this time. I'm pretty proud of that. We're going to be ending the broadcast now. And tomorrow, probably earlier, like around, let's say 8ish local, which I think is like around noon, maybe a bit afternoon for Americans. We're going to continue Diablo 2 with Act 2. Fucking love this game. My cat's just gotten up. You wanna say bye to Stims? Yeah. Bye, Stims. Alright. It's gonna be all. Let's quit this game. Every time. Gets my dick hard. Play a random tune. Is it? See you tomorrow. Love you. Mwah.